Greetings, everyone, and welcome to Powertime Practice here at Plage Center Practice YouTube. It is Saturday, September 26, 2020. My name is Sutrita. For those of you who don't know me, wishing you all a very warm welcome. It is an honor and a pleasure to be of service and support during these weekly calls where we can come together as a global community and share our experiences, tapping into the energy and power behind time. So time is ticking by. We can't stop it. Although it seems to go by slow sometimes, and sometimes it speeds by, especially when we're having fun. So we want to always be having fun, enjoying the time that we are experiencing here during this lifetime as a soul journeying through lifetime to lifetime. We have certain karmas that we want to work out. And so here we are at Plage Center where we can be guided by Dr. Pillai to tap into the energy and the power behind time. So we're in the right place at the right time, thinking and saying and doing the right thing. So that is when life becomes graceful and easy. So last week we had a big transit. It was the Rahu and Ketu. So Rahu moved into Taurus and then Ketu moved into Scorpio. And these are power energies that are associated with the moon that represents the mind. So the north node of the moon, or that upper part of our mind, right, that we are striving towards in this lifetime to complete some karmas. We're almost obsessed about it, is Rahu, the north node. And then the south node of the moon is the tail or the bottom of the moon, and it's represented by Ketu. So Rahu and Ketu were once one full snake, and then they got the head lopped off. So Rahu is the head and Ketu is the tail of the snake. And then there is a mythology that you can read about and understand where the energies are coming and then impacting your life. And so we talked a lot about it. There are some great articles on Ashravet, Plage Center, and then also the services that were done for those people who participated in that transit, where in the next 18 months, you're going to be seeing some really intense karmas being delivered and also some goodies as well. So we have another special planetary transit today. Well, it's actually not transiting. Saturn is going direct. It's turning direct in Capricorn. So Saturn rules the sign of Capricorn, and it is comfortable there. So it was moving backwards or retrograde, and it was even stuck, standing still for a little while. So now it's turning direct, meaning things are going to be moving forward. So Saturn being in its own sign in Capricorn, the natural 10th house of the zodiac, it gives us an opportunity to look at our purpose in life and look at what it is that we truly, truly want to do. So Saturn is the deliverer of karmas. So whatever has not been serving us, this is an opportunity to ask Lord Saturn to get you on a spiritual path, which you all are, and you are implementing your practices, spiritual practices as best you can every day by praying, by chanting mantras or meditating or participating in events that are online mostly because it's COVID. And that's a big Saturn karma for the whole world. So it's something that's not serving us, our highest and best, in the sense that a lot of people are feeling isolated. They're feeling jobless, not feeling jobless. They are jobless or could be jobless or being fearful of becoming jobless. Or, the business has to shut down, or you become unemployed, or you just don't know which direction that you want to go. And maybe you take a look at your career path or your life purpose at this point in time, and you're really evaluating what it is in life that is going to be more fulfilling, more rewarding. So we're all doing some sort of karma here on the earth plane. The thing is, we want to have things moving forward quickly, smoothly, with grace and ease. And that's, yes, we are dumping some karma, but we are doing it in a way that is uplifting ourselves and uplifting others. Then Saturn is really happy. So if you felt like you were stuck, or if you felt like there was just stubborn karmas that you weren't able to shake, then perhaps Saturn going retrograde or standing still in the cosmos was giving us that opportunity to really examine our lives, explore, observe what is going on inside of us, observe any negative congested energies that have been contributing to the blockages in our life. So Saturn turning direct, you can read about it as per your moon sign. And there are some services that are offered through Apply Center or Astroved that you can participate in via proxy. And then you can submit your birth star and maybe some family members as well, depending on what service you participate in. And it is really good to honor Lord Saturn. Again, as I mentioned, it is going to help us to bring to the level of our awareness what it is that we truly, truly want to do that is more fulfilling, more rewarding. And then we're moving with more grace and ease rather than just doing something to get a paycheck or struggling and, working through karmas that are so difficult, so many challenges. So there are good sides to these planetary influences and not so good sides. So the pros and the cons. So the cons are that you're delayed, you feel irritable, you're crotchety, ratchety, you feel like everyone is against you, you feel like the world is against you. Even though COVID is a really challenging time, it's isolated us during lockdown and may continue for some people, depending on the phase that things are rolling out in your place that you're living right now. And maybe some people are impacted with disease or dis-ease, so a mental or physical state of dis-ease. And then Saturn can also be tripping you up in your finances. It can be just exploding, and where we have been living paycheck to paycheck and realizing, my God, I can't do that anymore. So people are having to downsize and take a look at things. So Saturn constricts. Saturn makes you to really look at what you truly want to be doing in your everyday life as far as your responsibilities go. So, and then also not to get so caught up in the drama, because that is a waste of energy. So at Saturn on the negative side, or the negative manifestation or expression of energy in your perception of life, can be things are moving slow, things are delayed, there's so many blocks, you feel like everybody's against you, you feel really irritable, or just fearful or anxious, you feel alone or isolated, you feel like everywhere you turn you can't find a way out. There's just blocks, walls. So it feels like all the walls are coming in and you feel like you're being squeezed. And that's what Saturn does. He squeezes you and shines you up so that you can be like a diamond. Yeah, so we're all kind of diamonds in the rough. And Saturn being in Capricorn right now, he's going to be making sure that individually and globally, we are learning life lessons about what's happening with our finances, our individual financial landscape, and then also the global economy. And then as far as the purpose that we are living life, now things are going more and more online. So businesses are opening up online. Education is being done online more and more. We're trying to combat this COVID. We're trying to come out of our anxious state and not pay attention to maybe the media. We're unplugging. I've heard from so many people, they're just unplugging from social media. They're taking a break. And that's something that is on the positive of Saturn. Saturn makes us to get on a spiritual path, meaning that, well, we're in isolation anyways. So do something spiritually. Go start with the inquiry. Who am I? What is this life all about? Why am I experiencing fear, anxiety, anger, frustration? Nobody is making you to do that. It's just the backdrop of what's going on in the world. And it will continue to be like that, as it has been lifetime after lifetime in your soul's evolution. The world is always going to be a place where you're going to experience the worst and the best. And then we're going to try and navigate, rise above it all with our spiritual path, just looking at it and saying, okay, I'm going to just look and see versus getting into the trenches. So we'll be seeing from a bird's eye view of what the lay of the land is, and then choosing where you want to go and avoiding those kinds of energy drains in our lives. So being on a spiritual path with Saturn in Capricorn right now, he's really happy. And you may experience a lot of blessings, and those kinds of positive aspects or manifestations of Lord Saturn's grace and blessings are that you are on a spiritual path, that you are disciplined, you're determined, you're patient, you are compassionate, you are persistent, even though it may seem like really tough work and it doesn't seem like it's ever going to let up. Saturn will give you the energy to do it, and then you will feel like you're not wasting time. So a lot of people who feel the negative or the wrath of Saturn, the negativity or wrath of Saturn, is that they are looking on as if they are a dark cloud following them all the time, and it's just about to rain and thunder and storm. So, or a gray cloud of melancholy. You just feel like you can't shake it. Or like the Charlie Brown cartoons that we grew up with, where the one character is Pigpen, and he's lovable. This little guy is so lovable. All his friends love him, but then he's got this dust cloud around him, and everybody's like, oh. So, that's what we feel like, is like, why aren't people seeing me for who I am and who I really feel I am? So Saturn will put all that karma around us. So it does make us to really go after whatever it is that we want to manifest, both materially and spiritually. So prosperity and enlightenment. So this week is going to prepare us for that. So here, according to the U.S. calendar in New York time zone, is going to be Saturn turning direct at 1 a.m. or 1:10 a.m. on the 29th of September. So that's a Tuesday. And so it's interesting because as well on that day, it's Dr. Ply's birth star, and he is considered Saturn. Saturn is a teacher. It's a spiritual master. It's one who tells you to really go deep inside, get to the bottom of your being, ask those questions. Is this truly what I want to do? Is this the way I want to interact with others? Or do I want to go to depths of compassion that I never understood or never could attain? That's what Saturn will do. He'll crush your ego. So that, because the ego is that which complains, and it says it's everybody else's fault. And then it even starts to beat the person up as well. So the negative self-talk, as well as gossiping or talking bitterly towards others, or the blame game and all this. It's just like a vicious cycle. You can't get out of it. So Saturn is in its own sign, meaning that it is going to be showing you get out of this old way of being, because you are creating your own reality. As much as people want to blame other people, this is what your soul wanted to do at any given point in time. So your karma is your karma, and you asked for this lesson, and then to rise above it or work through the blessings, getting the blessings of Lord Saturn. Then you can maybe get an astrology consultation. There's a live astrology consultations with the Vedic astrologers on AstroVed. We have live astrology consultations with Ply Center teachers who are also Vedic astrologers. through Astrovid, and they are Lalita and also Swamini Bali. They are fabulous Western-based astrologers who have been studying with Dr. Ply for a long time, and they're also Ply Center teachers. So they come with a wealth of guidance, and they understand when people are coming with these problems, and then they can help you to understand what you can do to get on the good side of Saturn. So we are going to be doing something to honor that direct turning of Saturn in his own sign in Capricorn, where he's going to feel comfortable. Things are going to move forward in your life now. And you're going to learn some lessons, and you're going to turn your back to everything that is in the past. You're just going to keep plodding forward. So we're going to do something that's called an elementalization, meaning puja offering in the Indian tradition. But this is a modified version, and we're going to be guided. I'll be guiding you all the way through it. It will be part of our meditation process that we go through every week. So those people who are new, welcome. This is going to be fun. And that's what we want to do, is we want to make sure that whatever we're doing spiritually, we want to feel it. We want to know that we've connected with these archetypal energies, these energies inside of us that are going to be helping us to move with more ease in life, and to find a way out, see the solution without too much duress or distress, and then getting caught up in all the anxiety and that's being pumped in through the media. Or maybe you're having conversations and people have differences of opinion, and that becomes really traumatic. Not only in the conversation, but when you go away. So it's not something that you can think yourself out of so easily. It really sticks with you. So when we pray to Lord Saturn, and we pray also to Lord Hanuman, who is like the CEO of Lord Saturn. So he is the impossibility buster. Lord Hanuman is a monkey archetype, and he can help you to have the highest self-esteem. He can help you to find solutions where you thought was impossible, impossible relationships, or impossible to get a job or to get a promotion, or impossible to stick with your spiritual path. And then also people who are on a spiritual path, they haven't been able to break through to that next level of their understanding of their own evolution. So Lord Saturn will do the impossible. He will give you that strength and tenacity. And then also he will, you'll see in the image that I have here on the altar that I'll show momentarily, is that he has one foot on Lord Saturn. So Lord Saturn is lying down, he's chilling out. And then Lord Hanuman is, he's got one foot on Lord Saturn. He's saying, hey, you know what? Don't cause so much problems for these people who are praying to you and to Lord Hanuman, because then they are trying to rise above the good and the not so good. They're trying to rise above the karma. So we have to help them out. They have to uplift them, just like you do for others who are down and out. So if you're charitable with your time, your energy, your resources, your money, participating in paying for people's education, you can do that through Tripura Foundation. Super easy. You just go on to tripurafoundation.org, and then you can select feeding the elderly or taking care of the elderly, because that also appeases Lord Saturn. Those who have physical or mental handicaps, special needs, there are programs and projects that are you can participate in. So you don't have to go out and try and find that wherever you are in your city or your country. So when we can get Lord Saturn's grace and blessings through helping those who really are struggling way more than we are, and then you just can feel so uplifted. Your soul will be very happy. And with that happiness and joy, that will expand your consciousness such that you'll be living from the soul. So that will be your true soul's purpose. And then you will find your soulmate. You will be working with your soul peeps. You will be cleaning up bickering and fighting in family relationships, interpersonal relationships. You will come out of your harms and hurdles. You will have clarity around what it is that you want to work on or work towards. And it won't be sometime down the road. It'll be, what am I doing on purpose that's so purposeful every day? I feel so fulfilled. Is when you do help someone, and then the divine swoops in and they open doors that you cannot even imagine that could be opened. So check that out, chartpourfoundation.org. Really great time to get the blessings of Lord Saturn, or any organization that you want to help out. This is a really good time to do that. So give to the elderly, maybe people who who are elderly in your neighborhood or your family members. You can just call them or visit them. Be careful, keep your social distance, keep your mask, and whatever it is that you need to do to stay healthy, because they're vulnerable. And even people who are really sick, people who have disease like cancer, or they have long-term illness, or go to the hospitals. Sick kids hospitals. We have one here in Toronto, and it's amazing. So many people go and they play with the kids, and celebrities and movie stars, anyone who is passing through Toronto, they always jump over to sick kids, and they say hello to the kids, and it just makes their whole world, their whole life, they lights up, and then you feel so good, and you didn't really have to do too much. So you'll be a celebrity, even if you're not a celebrity in the sense of the Hollywood or social media or whatever. So doing something for others is really, really important. In your own life, get organized. So start to clean up. We've got 9 nights of the goddess coming up. Navaratri is coming up on the 17th. Here, it's going to start 16th or 17th, depending on where you are in the world, of October. We are going to be offering free weekly or free daily calls starting on October 1st, which is going to be the beginning of Navaratri. So Navaratri, Nava means 9, Ratri means nights. So 9 nights of the goddess is a time period where the different fierce forms of the goddess come into the earth plane. So there's a cosmic dance that's going on of energies, and those energies congeal, if you will, into shapes and forms. And these archetypes have been revealing themselves over the years, over the lifetimes of people who have their third eye open, and then they share it. Beauty of being being a person evolving here in 2020 is that we have the internet, so we can find out all about these archetypes and what their energy is and what their blessings are for us. So 9 nights of the goddess, you can check that out on Ply Center. There is going to be 25 days of chanting. So from the 1st to the 25th, it's going to be on Ply Center Practice YouTube. There are going to be several Ply Center teachers alternating. I'll be doing a few calls a week. So I'll be here for a few days a week, honoring the goddess with everybody who wants to join. And then we'll be sharing about how to participate in the paid services if you're interested in doing that and getting the blessings. Now, there are early bird specials that you can go check out on Ply Center. The links should be below. Although, Rod, if you're here, Ply Center Practice, just check it out on the chat here. And Radha might be able to post the Navaratri specials. And then also Dr. Ply is going to be giving an initiation. There are going to be 9 nights of recordings of Dr. Ply's messages, bringing in or initiating people into various forms of the goddess. And those will be teacher-led. I'll be participating in that as well, leading or hosting, facilitating those calls with you, those people who are going to join the Premier program. So there's an essential program and a Premier program. And then if you just want the initiation with Dr. Ply, on the final night of which is going to be the 10th night of the goddess Navaratri, then you can check that out as well. So the price points are super fabulous in the sense that there's a big discount going on right now. Dr. Ply has said, listen, COVID is happening, and get the people, give them this opportunity to get these services. So there are so many fire labs. If you add it all up and you did them individually, you can't even put a price point on it. So how do we know we're connecting very deeply, and how do we know that these goddesses are coming into us and waking up that Kundalini energy, that goddess energy inside of us, such that we just move away from Navaratri and we are feeling so light and joyous, and we're free of that which was tethering us to old karmas that we couldn't shake, or we couldn't think our way out of it or problem solve. So these archetypes they do the miracles. They are the spiritual beings who are way more intelligent than we are. And then we feel the throb of the goddess. We feel the energy, and it is palpable during this time. So if you've kind of wondered why you're not feeling like, what is my chanting practice doing? How come I'm still miserable? How come my life isn't changing? Then it's good, you've been working at it, but you might need it to be really cracked wide open. And every night, the goddesses are going to show you in your life just how they are making things to shift, to move with grace and ease. So historically speaking, in the past, we've gone to India, and Dr. Ply has given the initiations in India, but we can't travel to those power spots. So this is a very powerful time to participate in proxy services, and you don't have to get on a plane. You don't have to spend a whole whack of money to go and do that and take time off. So you can just be watching from your living room or wherever it is you're going to view the premier services, the initiations every night. And then you can also, even if you're working or it's too late and you're sleeping, it's all recorded. So it's going to be through Ply Center Academy, where you can access the courses where you will be initiated into all the different goddesses. And never before have I seen so many new goddesses with Dr. Ply. And also he is bringing in the traditional goddesses, Durga, Lakshmi, and Saraswati. So these are energies for destroying negativity or darkness or ignorance with the goddess Durga, and then who removes dukkha, which is suffering. And then Lakshmi is Shrimbrazi, so she's the goddess of prosperity, heaven on earth, everything that represents joy and beauty and happiness. And then Saraswati, the goddess of education, intelligence, wisdom. So it's not something that you read about. You've got to experience the goddess, and this is the time of the year where the goddess energy is going to be really strong. And how are we going to see that in the world? Is it just happens to be around the elections. So it is going to be something interesting, the elections in the US. I'm in Canada, but the elections in the US. And why is that? Because it's a power country, and there's a lot of upheaval, a lot of unrest between people. And never before has it been so prominent and prevalent and disturbing the peace of mind of people. There's this conquer and divide energy. And I am observing from a Canadian perspective when I speak to my friends and my co-workers, colleagues who are Americans, and it's really troubling. And it's a no kidding. It's a big question mark, what's going to happen. So it can be really disturbing. So the goddesses are going to come in, and they are going to be protecting people so that you are in the right place. You are, thinking, saying, and doing the right thing. You're moving through all of this. You're navigating through it and without too much effort or too much analyzing or trying to problem solve. You will find that, wow, this is easy compared to, or relative to, we should never compare to anyone. It's just relative to what everyone else is, what's happening with everyone else. And then you can be that light unto others. You will, that energy will be coming through you. So the goddess energy will be coming through you, and people will be just like, my God, you're glowing. So this is a time of the year where you can feel like, oh my gosh, this is why I got on the spiritual path. I couldn't really see it before, or feel it, or manifest. So these goddesses will help you to manifest your whatever you want materially as well as spiritually. So you glow, girl, and you glow, guy. So the goddess energy is not gender specific. It's the goddess energy is power. It empowers you, and it makes you to have this high self-esteem and to come out of your suffering, and then to also be that light unto others and uplift others without too much effort. And it's not like you have to stand on a soapbox or a podium and say, you must do this spiritual practice. People will just be gravitating towards you. They'll be magnetically drawn towards you. And they will say, my gosh, you're just so amazing. And I'm so grateful to you. And that helps you to have high self-esteem, not so that your head gets swollen or anything like that, so that you can't fit through the door. But it will be that you feel good about your living your highest purpose. You're expressing your highest potential. So, and then that comes with that highest potential. When you're expressing that and you're experiencing that and people are saying that to you, whoa, then there's a whole shift in your outlook or your perspective on life, and you don't look back. So this goddess 9 nights Navaratri is a really, really fabulous time to explore the goddess, the Kundalini energy, and then get the blessings participating in whatever it is that you can do. And goddess only knows what you can or cannot do. So we'll be holding your hand etherically or energetically, guiding you along, taking you along the path of the goddess from the 1st to the 25th, as we prepare for Navaratri, which starts on the 16th or 17th, depending on where you are in the world. So with that power time forecast or preview, perhaps, that look ahead, this is what's going to be happening in the weeks ahead. So in this week ahead, again, we are going to focus on getting the blessings of Lord Saturn as he's moving forward, moving in a direction, moving direct in Saturn, meaning he's going to help you to find a way out of your harms and hurdles. So what I'm going to do now is I'm going to be moving the camera so that it will be focused on an altar just over here. And then we are going to be seeing a setup where you can maybe do this too. Saturn's day is a Saturday, and it is a Saturday here in Toronto, Canada. So it's a perfect time. The energy is really strong to get the blessings of Lord Saturn. So there we go. So you can see there's a statue of Lord Saturn, and he's chilling. He's laying down, and he's saying, well, I'm okay. I'm moving in a direction that I'm comfortable with. I'm in my own house. So I'm just going to relax. I'm not going to be too hard on anyone. And especially people who are spiritual, you'll just be like floating and in comfort. This is Lord Hanuman. He's got a mace. You can see his monkey face. And then he's got really strong muscles. There's his tail coming up over. And he's got one foot on Lord Saturn's chest. And he's saying, Lord Saturn, you're here to deliver the hard karmas of the people, because that's what people wanted. They wanted to come into this lifetime and work out some karmas. So, but you don't have to make it so hard on them. So when we pray to both Lord Saturn and we pray to the overlord Hanuman, then we get a lot of empowerment, a lot of spiritual energy, intelligence that connects with these archetypes, such as the goddess, the Navaratri, spiritual master, Dr. Ply. This is a fabulous book called The Greatness of Saturn here. And I'll just give you an up close and personal view here so you can see Dr. Robert Svoboda. He is the author. There we go. And so you can find out about all the planets. So it's a mythotherapy, as Dr. Ply coins the term. So he tells the story that has gone on forever and ever and ever. And it's about, it relates to us. I don't want to give it away. And then it is also a karma. So it's a good karma. It's a spiritual technology. When you read it, this therapeutic myth of Lord Saturn, then Lord Saturn's energy starts to come alive inside of you, and you start to move in your life with more purpose, and you take your responsibilities, or you look at your responsibilities, and you are moving with more grace and ease and wisdom. So it's not about having education, because we all know that education can come and go, and you can have experiences in your life where Saturn delivers you some karmas. Maybe you separate from people or from your loved ones for some time. You get isolated. That's what Saturn does, to get you on a spiritual path, and then nobody understands you. You don't. You feel like, oh my God, I got on the spiritual path, but nobody understands me. I don't even understand myself. So Lord Saturn, when you're honoring him, you will start to understand yourself. And then getting blessings of Lord Hanuman, which when we do this elementalization and meditation, you will feel an energy transmission coming through. Of course, it's the grace and blessings of Dr. Ply, who is going to be guiding us at the level of our souls. We're joining here. The internet is so awesome. And to be able to do that via video, and then we can tap into his energy, his guidance, and we will feel it. So we want to feel it. We want to know it. We want to experience, who is this Saturn? What is this energy inside of me? And I want to come out of all the harms and hurdles and the misery and feel this greatness of Saturn. So now we're going to get into a state of receptivity where we can prepare our body, mind, and soul to awaken to a state of consciousness where, when we offer these different items, so for example, the food is representing the earth element, the water is representing the water element, the fire is here, either a candle, or we've got some special oil, which is sesame oiled with black sesame seeds here, and that is what Lord Saturn loves. So we're offering that. You can also, if you have a ghee lamp like the one here, you can offer that too if you're going to be participating at home, maybe now or later on. So the fire is represented, the fire element is represented by the candle, the ghee lamp, or the black sesame seeds and sesame oil lamp. So we have earth, water, fire, air. Air is represented by the incense stick, which has the herbs for Lord Saturn. It's like having a little fire lab happening. And then the space, or the Akash, the ether, is like a text message. You send a text message into the ether. So this is traditionally, the flower is the text message. It goes straight to heaven. So that's the qualities, or the metaphysics behind the energy that represent the different elements. So earth, water, fire, air, and space. And then inside of us, we have the earth element in the lower chakra, the water in the navel area, the belly, we fill it with water. The heart chakra is fired up. So our heart's desire, we get fired up when we want to do something to fulfill our heart's desires. So that's the fire. And then the air is the breathing parts of our body, which is the nostrils, the mouth, and then the throat. And we take air in, or subtler air, the prana, the life force energy. And then we get into the space, the ether, akash, to erase the karmic akashic records that are no longer serving us by doing this offering. And so we will see a different karma. So the eyes and the brain will focus. So all the 5 different elements, the items that we're going to represent, that represent those 5 different elements, we're going to offer it to Lord Saturn and Lord Hanuman. And then we will experience this spiritual exchange or transmission, darshan, as they say in Sanskrit. All right, so close your eyes, put your attention internally. We'll prepare our inner world to receive the blessings, the energization, wake up the 5 elements inside of us, so that we can connect with the 5 elements that make up all these great beings who are way more intelligent and can do things super quick. So focusing your attention on the base of the spine and also down the legs into the feet and toes, you're going to imagine Lord Ganesha, who's an elephant-headed being. He has a pot belly, he rides a mouse, or it can be a reddish orangish light. And if you can't imagine that, then just be present to some energy. Tingling, pressure, heat in the spine, I'll call it the base of the spine, and then also down the legs into the feet, even through the soles of the feet. This reddish orangish light is pouring down. Om Gam Ganapataye Namaha Nirvignam Kuru Kuru. Om Gam Ganapataye Namaha Nirvignam Kuru Kuru. Om Gam Ganapataye Namaha Nirvignam Kuru Kuru. Now imagine a ray of light shooting up your backbone, piercing the chakras, the psycho-spiritual centers that collect good karmas, not so good karmas. Energetically, you're tethered to it. So we will pierce the chakras with this ray of light shooting up your backbone, through the top of the skull, and then this light goes up, up, up into the space. Like a searchlight searching out for Lord Saturn, Lord Hanuman, Dr. Pillai, to guide you internally, like a Wi-Fi, a divine Wi-Fi connection. We'll enliven the chakras starting at the base of the spine and the legs with the sounds. Move up to the heart center, middle of the chest. Move up to the throat, clear the throat. Ma. Move up to the middle of your brain, the third eye. Float back down to the base of the spine and the legs. Connect with the earth element. Na, 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 na. Move up to the navel. Fill the belly with water. Ma, 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 ma. Move up to the heart center and also down the arms and hands. Set them on fire. She. Move up to the throat. Clear the throat. Stubborn karma is stuck in the throat. Connect with the air element. Va, 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 va. Now move up to the two eyes, the right and left brain. Connect with the ether, the space, or Akash. Ya, 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 ya. Now, imagine Dr. Ply appearing before you in a form you're familiar with or a light. Allow the light particles to enter your being, the pores of your skin, going deep into your being, into your soul, enlivening, enlightening your soul. Om Dram Dattatreya Shiva Baba Namaha. Om Dram Dattatreya Shiva Baba Namaha. Om Dram Dattatreya Shiva Baba Namaha. Fill your eyes with two beams of light, piercing your eyeballs, lighting up your eyes, cleansing the karma stuck in the eyes. Two beams of light enter the eardrums, piercing them, lighting up the inside of the brain. The face lights up. Two beams of light shoot up your nostrils. A beam of light enters the mouth, piercing the tip of the tongue, lighting it up. Middle of the tongue is lit up. Back of the tongue and the back of the throat receive the light. And then A beam of light enters the spot between your two eyebrows on your forehead, piercing the pituitary, the pineal, in the middle of your brain. The whole brain lights up. Finally, a beam of light pierces the top of the skull coming from above you, lights up the brain, lights up the head, lights up the body from head to toe. Light beams are pouring out of the pores of your skin, shining like the sun. Aum, Namah Shivaya. And slowly, slowly open your eyes and just be gazing towards the altar. We'll begin the elementalization process, honoring Lord Saturn, Lord Hanuman. We'll pray to Ganesha to remove the obstacles. Om Gam Ganapataye Swaham Ram Dattatreya Shiva Baba Swaham. Now imagine you are communing with this blue or black energy. That's the color spectrum of Lord Saturn. We'll offer the earth. The food represents the earth element. Om Shanicharaya Namaha. Om Shanicharaya Namaha. Om Shanicharaya Namaha. We'll offer the water. Om Shanicharaya Namaha. Om Shanicharaya Namaha. Om Shanicharaya Namaha. We'll offer the fire, that is the black sesame seeds and the sesame oil. Om Shanicharaya Namaha. Om Shanicharaya Namaha. Om Shanicharaya Namaha. Then we'll offer the air element, which is the incense. Om Shanicharaya Namaha. Om Shanicharaya Namaha. Om Shanicharaya Namaha. And then we will offer the flowers that represent the ether element, the Akash. Om Shanichiraya Namaha. 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 Now we'll offer to the Overlord, Lord Hanuman, and we're just going to use a bija. Hreem, H-R-E-E-M, is a sound that Dr. Ply has given for high self-esteem. So to feel like you can do the impossible is through the sound Hreem, that is honoring Hanuman, the impossibility buster. Om Hreem Namaha. Om Hreem Namaha. Om Hreem Namaha. Water. Om Hreem Namaha. Om Hreem Namaha. Om Hreem Namaha. Then the fire. Om Hreem Namaha. Om Hreem Namaha. Om Hreem Namaha. The incense. Om Hreem Namaha. Om Hreem Namaha. Om Hreem Namaha. Then the flowers for the ether. Om Hreem Namaha. 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 Om Anjaneyaya Namaha. Om Hanumantaya Namaha. Now make your prayer to Lord Saturn, to Lord Hanuman, to help you to come out of your miserable states, to give you focus, to help you to live your life's purpose every moment, to stick on your spiritual path, to be compassionate, patient, persistent, joyous, empowered. Pray for whatever it is that you want help with, manifesting, and then make a prayer for those who need it the most. Everyone in the world must have food, clothing, shelter, medicine, clean water, people to love them, and God to always divinely intervene and help them to come out of the harms and hurdles. And then you can close your eyes. Maybe you can have your hands, your palms up, or you can be in prayer pose. You can be resting them on your thighs and ask Lord Saturn to empower the chakras in your hands and the rest of your body to do the work in the world that is going to be enlightening, enlivening your soul, to deliver divine karma versus tough karmas that are keeping you in a state of pain and suffering. And feel Saturn entering the palms of your hands and then moving through your arms, moving through your body, your neck, your head is lighting up with his energy, his empowerment. Your whole nervous system is coming alive. Your brain is coming alive. All your organs are coming alive. The legs all the way down into the soles of the feet, and even into the ground. You can chant the mantra for Lord Saturn internally or out loud. You can just be following along. Om Shanitaraya Namah. 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 Now to Lord Hanuman, the sound Hreem. Hreem. Focus on the middle of your brain. Hreem. Hreem. Feel it. Hreem. Hreem. Hrim. 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 Pray to Lord Saturn, Lord Hanuman, to empower your body, your mind, your soul, to do the impossible, to come out of your difficult karmas with grace and ease. Om Shanti Shanti Shanti. Peace, peace, peace. End the meditation, keeping your eyes closed for as long as you'd like. Your eyes reconnect with Lord Hanuman and Lord Saturn, who are pretty happy here. And slowly, slowly come back to yourselves. We're going to reposition. Welcome back, everyone. That was fun. So thanks for joining those of you who need to go, and have a great week ahead, honoring Lord Saturn as he's turning direct, meaning that you are able to now move forward in your life. If you've been experiencing obstacles or delays or challenges, you don't know what your purpose is, things will start to become more clear to you. So we're getting the blessings of these divine beings. So their intelligence is light. So their light is going to light up the path of least resistance. And perhaps we will experience miracles. That's a very high intelligence. So that's how we can honor Lord Saturn moving forward, and then how we're going to see his energy showing up in our lives is when we pray. So using the mantra Om Shanicharaya Namaha is the prayer or mantra or key that unlocks the secrets of Lord Saturn's energy and grace inside of you. And then there are many, many mantras for Lord Hanuman that you can use the Hanuman Chalisa as well, if you'd like. But the simple sound or seed sound that Dr. Ply has given is H-R-E-E-M, Hreem, for Lord Hanuman. And that sound will help you to connect with higher intelligence right away. So you'll feel empowered. You'll feel enlightened. You'll feel immediate. Something is happening inside of you. There's energy. So we don't want to just chant mantras and hope it all works out. We want to feel it. We want to know it. And we want to see how doing our spiritual practice is making us to be or express the highest or best version of ourselves in any given moment in time. So that's the week ahead. And then getting ready for Navaratri, please check out the early bird specials if you want to participate in that. There is going to be a webinar with Lakshmi Jina Apply Center teacher, and I believe it's going to be Premaraj, the Vedic specialist, or Dr. Pillai or Dr. Pillai. So hopefully that is, you can access that link, or maybe someone here can post that link, or maybe it's down underneath the video. You can check it out on Pillai Center YouTube for that webinar, which will be at 11 a.m. Eastern Daylight Savings Time, or 8 a.m. Pacific Time. I believe that's the time for it. So correct me if I'm wrong, any one of you fabulous people out there who are checking that out now. And so Dr. Pillai will be sharing about how to connect with the goddess and why it is so important. So it's free, and you will get a teaching from him and guidance from him. So thanks so much, everyone. And then someone is saying here, so I'm going to the chat now. I am abundant says, all the limes and lemons beside the altar, do you discard them every day? What I do is I have them handy. So I'll just reach over and grab a lemon or a lime. And then what you can do is you can be rolling it on your throat, put it on your eyes, your ears, your nostrils, your mouth. So these are all the openings for the karma to come in. So karma is an energy, and it has to get in holes inside of our head and then the pores of our skin. That's how it enters, and that's how it gets congested, and we see the same thing over and over and over. And the eyes are the windows to the soul, and so they get all mucky. So you can take the lime and absorb the negativity. You can be saying the mantras such as Gum for Ganesha or Tirnilakantam. There's a Pradosham time coming up this week as well. Today is an 11th moon for Lord Vishnu. So you can chant Om Namo Narayana today if you'd like. It's on a Saturday. That's a really powerful day to connect with Lord Vishnu as well as Lord Saturn and Lord Hanuman. So it's a really good time for everyone to be here and dumping a lot of karma, meaning that you're here to do a spiritual, to get some spiritual teachings and to align with like-minded people who are, we're on a path where we want to uplift ourselves and uplift others. So these divine beings, they love that when we're going to do that. So then we can dump a lot of stuff that isn't serving us and get blessings really easily. So that's how it works. You're just in the right place at the right time, doing the right thing. So lemons, limes, I will just have them there. And then if I'm going to be using them for karma busting, then I'll just roll it around the various body. And then imagine all the negativity being absorbed into the lime or the lemon. And then I just cut it and throw it out right away. I don't keep it there. So these are more so that it will be for everyone to start to have a bowl of them, or I have them in various decanters like vases. So you can go to a dollar store and get them for $1 or something like that. And then you just put the limes and lemons on your shopping list, on your grocery list, and then you have them there. So this is for display purposes. And also there's a lime that is pierced by a trident or a trisul, and that is going to be like a sacred tool that absorbs any negativity that's coming through the internet. So we think that, oh, just because you're where you are and I am where I am, and we've got this computer, this is technology. This is how we are communicating. So at a subtler level or at an energetic level, there's a lot going on. And that's why we can feel the results of participating in a meditation, prayers, and so on, even online. This is the way of the world as it is in 2020. So long story or long answer. Hopefully that is helping you. You can use lemons or limes. You can use a coconut. You'll see there pumpkin season is happening now, and you can get little pumpkins. These are what they look like here in Canada. They have different colors in different countries. I know when I go to India, they're kind of white in color or greenish. So whatever the color of the pumpkin or the shape is in your country, you can get big ones, little ones. These are for display purposes here, but I'm also getting big ones. And I'll talk about that next week as we get into the month of October. That's the time traditionally where there's a lot of negativity coming in, and then we use the pumpkin as a karma buster or a protector of negative energies, protecting us from negative energy. So will it absorb all the ghouls and goblins, so to speak, or negative energies, or you just feel yucky. So you come into your space, and before you come in, all the energy gets dumped into the pumpkin or absorbed. It attracts it. And then you can smash the pumpkin or cut it. We'll talk about that as we're going along in this month. So lemons, limes, coconuts, pumpkins. Great karma busters. You can throw them in the garbage. So Apply Center, okay, great. So Radha has posted there. If you look on Apply Center Practice, that yellow, bright yellow Apply Center Practice on the chat, the events link to the events, Dr. Ply's live webinar tomorrow, Sunday at 11 a.m. Pacific. Oh, it's 11 a.m. Pacific Daylight Time. Okay, so 11, 12, 1, 2. So that will be 2 o'clock Eastern Daylight Time. And then Dr. Ply is live on Facebook now. Wow, fabulous. So you can jump over there. Maybe we'll wrap it up so that you can go over. All right, so let's do that. Just checking the chat. For those people who want to jump over to Facebook, you can go do that, and I encourage you to do that. So I think that there's lots of thank yous. Everybody had a good time. So maybe that's it. We're done. So God bless you all. Thank you so much for coming. Have a happy Saturn direct movement through Capricorn. So it reveals to you what your purpose is as you're rolling out in your everyday life, moving forward with grace and ease. Blessings of Lord's Hanuman, the overlord. Get connected to his energy. And then get ready for the goddess. We'll see you on October 1st for those free daily calls honoring the goddess on Apply Center Practice YouTube. So thanks, everyone. Thanks, Radha, for being of support, and anyone else here is from Apply Center who has been sharing and caring for everyone here. So God bless you all, and we'll see you over in Facebook for the live message from Dr. Ply. Namaste.